Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to the episode where I'm probably going to die a number of times. Or a series of episodes where I die a lot, because we are on the final difficulty, Apocalypse mode, which terrifies me on many levels. That said, we'll see what happens. So today, for this run, if I wanted to win, I would be going with the Supernova build, because it's cheap as hell, and would probably be our fastest track to success. That said, that's really boring, so we're not going to be doing that. Shrinkify, do not step into the portal. We would probably die. So we're playing as the Priest of Thalos, I think? I don't know, we've got the Curse of Prevnik, so we can slow enemies down by 40% for like 5 seconds. That's pretty solid. It's not the best, but it was either this or the Mummy, and I figured I'd go with this one. It was either that or I'd start cheating again, but I don't know. Cheating always just ends up feeling... yes, dishonest, but dishonesty is not exactly my main concern here. I guess it just really feels... it feels like I'm wasting the game in favor of, you know, winning. Wasting my potential in favor of just trying to do well. And, I mean, I guess... Ow. My previous strategy was all about that kind of business. You know, the last couple runs, or at least, you know, the Supernova runs. Because, ow, don't let them hit you. They hurt. Okay, at least we're getting like a butt ton of combiners here already, which is really, really encouraging. So this run for today, the goal is long range. If I can be as long range as possible, then we're going to be in a really good spot. Because there's Lava Lance, there's like some other like Heat Lance type ability. Really just anything that's long range can clear enemies out and keep me out of the line of fire. Because, well, everything is scary, especially on Apocalypse difficulty. I wonder how well I'm going to do, because there can't be a whole lot of people on Apocalypse difficulty at this point in time. Yes, I know the game's been out for over a month, but at the same time. Let's go through. Oh, that's a lot of rats right off the bat. And, okay. Now I have to be a little bit concerned. Don't want to get fireballed here. I'm also playing this in the middle of the day, so I think my reaction times are going to be a little bit better, which is a help. Because most of the time when I'm playing this, I am quite tired. And as much as I enjoy playing games kind of late at night, I'm not going to get this episode out today unless I record it now. And honestly, I'll probably perform better. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there we go. And we still have a floating brain. Luckily he doesn't shoot very often. Just gotta keep my eyes on the prize and keep out of the way. I am not hitting him at all. This is the one problem with Chaos Bolt. It's like, it's very hard to like intentionally hit something, which is kind of weird to say. Now, I will say we're having rune drop rate issues. And not a lot of runes are dropping early, which is a problem. Especially because we already have a triple combiner, which is honestly pretty nuts. Almost never have that level of luck. Yeah, they do lots of damage to me. Okay, we're getting some runes here, but, ow. Okay, so, seeing as we're going long range today, if I can get my hands on Dark Calling, which I think I actually have the runes for already, then I'm going to pick it up. It's super solid. Ow, that's a floating brain. Oh, okay. But our entire point of this run is purely just trying to clear out enemies without having to get close to them. It's not working. It's not working right now. That said, that's largely because just bad luck. Okay. Speed rune. Dark rune. Actually, is this... Aha! That speed rune is better than that speed rune. And Dark Calling. Beautiful. It's probably one of my most used spells thus far, purely because it uses runes that I almost never save up. Like, dark runes are good, and honestly, if I could go for Black Wind, that'd put us in a really good position. But if I can't, it's no big deal. Okay, so we've got a couple of shock runes, and I would very much like to use as many of my... Well, I want... Main goal, apart from survival, or well, victory... or, you know, barring that lengthy amount of survival, main goal, use the copious quantity of triple combiners that I'm hoping we're going to get as part of this run. Because, well, it'd be kind of super nice if I could discover all of the spells. Because one of the things that I'm really looking forward to in this game is after a certain point, you actually get, well, after a certain point, we're not going to be using combiners anymore. And when that happens, what I can do is I can bust them apart to get myself extra experience, which is actually going to be quite the boost. It's like 250 EXP per, which is solid. Like, amazingly solid. Okay, so we've got skeletons. The thing is, Dark Calling versus skeletons is kind of crap. I'm mostly hoping I can take out the rats first and foremost, because the rats are... Yep. Yeah, that weird noise that happens. And admittedly, you guys probably can't hear it that well just because I have the game audio turned down a little bit. But at the same time, okay. Spooky, scary skeletons. Nope, never mind. Slow them down a little bit. Not exactly my ideal situation, but it'll do. Okay, let's point ourselves in the other direction. And then there were two. And then there were one. Yeah, Dark Calling does horrible things to a busted skeleton for whatever reason. I don't like it. But I don't have much of an option in that realm of things. Okay, so we get... Our rune drop chance is actually substantially better than I thought it was, or at least it's picking up. First couple of runes, not so much so, but that'll be fine. So we've got water, 3 shock, 2 speed, and a mind. It's kind of an interesting set of runes. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. We also seem to be having a decent amount of luck with health pickups thus far. I'm actually going to turn off Dark Calling for a second, because it does actually interfere with the cast speed of... Chaos Bolt, interestingly enough. Okay, come on, let's just bust our way through. Now, we've got plenty of health pickups thus far. There's no guarantee that this luck is going to persist for the remainder of the run, but that's okay. Honestly, since it's Apocalypse mode, I'm not really even expecting myself to do well here. I'm just kind of expecting myself to, you know, do alright-ish. And that's my main goal. I guess realistically... Ow. That zombie got clever, decided to head me off. I don't like it when zombies get clever. They're not supposed to be clever. Zombies are supposed to be dumb as bricks. You know, just cannon fodder for your guns. Guess they didn't get the memo in this game. Oh well, let's turn this back off. So, ideally I would like to replace Chaos Bolt. It's just not... It's not good. It's not good enough. And... Elemental Helix would be a good one. The Water Explosion one would be amazing, because what we want is pretty much our spread shot build back, plus Lava Lance, plus that light spell I had yesterday that did a lot of damage but had some like weird extra elements to it. I don't know, either way, as long as I can get some of those, then we should be fine. Now, oh crap, if you notice, my bullet duration is in the pits right now. It's because this room effects on higher difficulties are extremely powerful. So one thing I'm gonna have to keep in mind is not to have any level of dependency on any specific type of rune, just in case I run into like a rune level down room, because that could be extremely destructive. At the very least, it looks like the enemies are suffering from the exact same issue that I am. So as long as I'm careful about it, and yes, I've taken a little bit of damage here purely because these guys are kind of jerks, but as long as I'm careful about it, it's no big deal. Okay, let's finish off the nest. Unfortunately, I have not been focusing on the nest so much as dodging rats, but we get another double combiner for our efforts. And everything's broken. Okay. Guess we still have the Power Shrine. There we go, and we could go for class specialization. It's tempting. Underdog isn't bad either, but we're going to go with Lucky. I'm not 100% certain of the effects of luck in this game. I am kind of glad in Lords of the Fallen it actually tells you directly what the luck stat does. Because, you know what? Luck is hella useful. And I would like to... I don't know. It's always one of those in a game where it's like, luck affects many things. What does that mean? Is it just magnetism? Is that what we're talking about here? I don't know, but you're not telling me, so I'm never gonna know. Okay, so we've got 3 hearts here. That's hella useful. And let's see. We're doing okay. We get... Oh, okay. We didn't get a room. We just got another double combiner. We've got 6 of them thus far. And I guess I could start making... Yeah, let's just start making runes. We're early on, and if I die, I died, but at least I died with a triple. Or after using a triple. So we want to do... Fire, Shock, Mind. Why not? Fire, Shock, Mind. Well, 1 out of... whatever. Cull. Causes the player's bullets to deal additional damage to targets with low life. 10-second duration, 20-second cooldown. Wow. Wow. That's a really good spell, actually. Like, what that actually does, or potentially could do, is make boss fights really easy. Because instead of the usual problem of... Oh, probably should have used that a little bit later. Oh, well, not the end of the world, but that would be really useful against Ferris, because that would make all of my spells do an extra 150% of damage, which is, you know, potentially really amazing. Let's not shoot Dark Calling at him. Okay. So, yeah, this way I could do, like, stupid amounts of damage to late-level bosses. I'm gonna keep that on my bar. Or at least, maybe not on my bar so much as I will keep that around. Now, you can also increase the multiplier, and you can increase the threshold. So you could actually get it to the point where probably enemies, I'm just wagering enemies lower than 40% health take all that extra damage. And you know what? That is really good. That is real good. I'm looking forward to using that one. Just gonna have to figure it out, because it is one of those where it's like, on a lot of runs, I'm not going to have that much of use for it, and it'll just sit in storage the entire time. But then again, that's kind of what storage is for. Also, once I've completed my entire Runedex, then we should have no problem, because I can just, you know, mix and well, I can truly go into runs with full intentions, and I'll probably have notes and everything taken. It's like, oh, I know exactly what I'm going to be running with today, because there's nothing new for me to discover. And then eventually I'd figure out the, you know, best combinations, do some challenge runs, do stuff like that, and go from there. So, we've got the event room. It's Shrinkify. I feel like doing Shrinkify. I feel confident that I could pull it off at this point in time. I'm going to quickly bust up that box in the way, and then we're going to turn on Dark Calling, get through, slow them down, and then get out of the way. Okay, perfect. Because we needed Curse of Prevnik just for a second to get out of the way, because otherwise we were going to get mobbed by a crap ton of rats and crawlers, and nobody really likes to get crapped on by rats. Or crawlers. I'm not even... I guess crawlies? Creepy crawlies? Ugh, bug poop. I don't even like thinking about the idea of bug poop. I have to say, I'm enjoying Dark Calling for this, though. Purely because, well, it doesn't have the greatest... I'm just going to wait here for the crawler to show up. There we go. Damage. And, oh, oh, this sucks. So here's the question. Do we go with Soul Rip, or do we go with Soul Absorption? I'm gonna go with Soul Absorption. This might be a bad move. I don't know. But the thing is, Soul Absorption this early on, especially if I can get multiple tiers of it, is pretty good. Because as much as I like Soul Rip, it'll prolong runs, but it won't give us an edge against, you know, Ferris, for example, who murders our face normally. Whereas having 100 and something health, like the previous run, it's gonna help against Ferris. Because then we could actually take some of those crazy face snooks. Now, the other thing that I've been considering is getting my hands, if I do actually get the chance to fight Ferris again, getting my hands on, a bunch of, like, defensive type things. Like, Fortify's not bad. Root is actually really good. Unfortunately, Root's here to in place, which is kind of not exactly what we want. But has applications. I guess I'm just trying to min-max in my head how I would do it, because that super nuke that Ferris does hurts. And the easiest way to do it is, like, the moment Ferris gets away from you, you immediately just blitz to the other side. It's the only thing I can think of. Either that, or you might be able to stun him. I haven't really messed around with it that much. I mean, you guys have seen the 2 times I've ever fought Ferris. So, apart from that, we're doing okay thus far. Our rune selection's a bit Peasley, but I feel like we'll get better. We need an entropy rune, though. That's pretty imperative. Crit defense, shock rune, air levels. This is not... I'm gonna go with fire levels just because the chances of us using fire... Because we don't get critted that much, if ever. At least I don't notice when I do. And even then, plus 10% crit defense is not much. Unless crit defense doesn't reduce the damage that you take via crit, but it actually just reduces the chances of you being crit, which is actually quite useful. But maybe that's just me thinking of World of Warcraft, considering I used to be a raid tank and considered these things. But we're on floor 2, and I actually have to admit, I hate dating my episodes. I try to keep all of them so they're completely watchable, you know, years later, even though it seems like a lot of people don't go back to watch my videos. I might as well do it, especially if people really like watching my stuff. Okay, so here it's fire, shock, entropy. Nope. Fire, water, entropy. Yep, here we go. So let's see, is shock, oh no, it's water. Okay, so I have nothing for that right now, but I'm gonna have to date my video a little bit here, and I'll probably do it with a channel update, but for those of you that don't watch it, and you guys will probably hear this before the channel update, I might be going to, well, I very likely will be going to San Francisco for the duration of the next week or two, and I don't exactly have a whole lot of, I don't exactly have a whole lot of information on how this is going to go, but I do not have enough of a backlog, especially of runers, to know exactly how this all is going to go. Okay, let's keep our distance. She can't hit us with the wibbly woos if we are nowhere close enough for her to hit us. Okay, but there's a very high chance that runers might have to get put on hold for a couple of days while I sort my life out. Because, well, as of this recording, I am still unemployed. However, I have a job offer of sorts. It's a working interview. Yep. Okay, great time for a Curse of Prevnik. Very great time for a Curse of Prevnik. No flawless, but that's okay. Ow. Those fire mages hurt. I need to boost my movement speed along the way. Otherwise, we're going to have some problems. Okay, that bandit. That +1 bandit. Die. Okay, got him. How? I don't know. And then all that's left is a +1 skeleton that does not bother me nearly as much. Okay. Let's grab the double combiner. That puts us at 3. We're doing okay. This surprises me more than a little. Okay, next up, I wanted to see. It's water, water, something. Water, water. Rip current? Nope. Fighting echoes? Nope. Divergent catalyst. So I need a light rune. I don't think I have one. Nope, I don't. Because Divergent Catalyst is the other one. It's not quite as good as Elemental Trident, in my opinion, but then again, my opinion is slightly skewed by things. Okay, so, yeah, there's a small chance that you guys might actually have to, you know, sate yourself with one episode of Runers for a day until I can figure things out. But, I don't know. If I do get this job, things are going to look up for the Wanderbot. Of course, might actually mean slightly less episodes on a given day, but, well, at least I will be employed for at least a while longer, which employment is nice, and it's like QA stuff for a mobile company. But anyway, let's go back to talking about the game, talking about, you know, important things that, you know, may or may not ever come true, because the last time I talked about this stuff, I jinxed it. Holy crap. Let's go with the Prevnik for the time being. Because I want to kill those golems. I think that one of those might be a +X golem. Hard to tell, though, the mud clouds are problematic. At least I've smoked a number of them. Because getting hit by them... Oh, hey, there's another double combiner. More speed runes. And health. Beautiful. So if I can get Soul Rip perk, that would be amazing. But first... let's use this. Runedex. Creatable. Undiscovered. We got water, air, earth. Yeah, that probably works for me. Water, air, earth. What's it make? Nuster's acid cone. poison damage. Cone. It's got a longish cooldown, but I'm going to put it in the place of Cull, because the thing is, Cull right now is going to be great for fighting bosses, but as far as, like, yeah. Okay, by the way, Cull only goes up to a threshold of 40%. But as much as I like Cull, it's not going to be living statues. It'll probably be fine. I just gotta play keep away from the statues for a little bit. Luckily, we've got pretty impeccable aim 90% of the time. Unlike, you know, a Lights Nova run where I could potentially get very injured. Ow. Note to self, don't double back and get hit by fireballs. It hurts. Okay. Bullet speed. Because, again, I always will prioritize getting a... Oh, shit. I'll always prioritize getting a buff over a rune. Unless I really need a rune for, like, a specific spell that I've been trying to make for the entire time here. Okay. Well, that's a skeleton. This is honestly kind of problematic, kind of not. Luckily, unlike the last time I fought one of these shrines, I was actually, well, I'm actually prepared with, like, a decent number of spells. Okay, he's already done. Yeah, Elemental Trident really helps. Also Dark Calling. But, where's... No, you aren't. And apparently he had a health pickup, too. Glad he did not make it away with that. Let's bust up all these power shrines, and I'm very glad I had Elemental Trident and Dark Calling for that one, because the Shrine of Destiny is a giant jerk if you don't have the, like, adequate stuff for it. Okay, so Banshee Whale, Farsight. Actually, you know what? Banshee Whale's not bad, because this way, when I Curse of Prevnik things, it's probably because there's emergency, and I need enemies to get away from me. And I don't think I'm going to be triggering that weird bug exploit. I guess it's an exploit more than a bug. Oh, no. Oh, that's interesting. So, the Banshee's whale bug is actually just an ever-present thing. It doesn't matter what class you are. You can just do it whenever you want. That is insane. And I'm probably going to use it at least a couple of times in this run. And I apologize for that, but we are playing on Apocalypse difficulty. We are doing fabulously well for Apocalypse difficulty. I have to give credit for that, but if I'm ever up against, you know, something that I specifically don't want to be surrounded by, I'm probably just going to start wailing. Because I need that fat blubber. I need it. I need it. You may call me Captain Ahab now, for I am crotchety and really like whales for some reason. Or specifically one whale. And it's not exactly that I like it so much as that I am obsessed with it. For, I guess a fairly solid reason, but to the point of insanity. Okay, so we get a water rune, we get fire runes. We're doing okay. No light rune, though. Hoping to get one soon. I should probably look up. It's a fire spell. It's a triple one, too. Because what we want is... nuts. Yeah, the problem is if you, like, click over to the left just a little bit. Oh, yeah, actually, what creatable spells can I make? I could go with Fusion. No. Red Lightning's not bad. Steam Blast. Oh, that's a different one. Huh. No. Could make Current, actually. That's tempting. Yeah, screw it, why not? Fire, Earth, Shock. Current. And I'm probably going to get rid of Nuster's Acid Cone just because it's close range. So this way, now we've got 2 nukes, and I'm still looking for Lava Lance. And admittedly, I just did use my one of my only fire runes, so either way, I think Current is just the better spell overall. Or one of the best spells. Could be wrong about this, but if I can get enough... Actually, come to think of it, let's take a look at it. If I can get enough Shock and Earth runes, I can get Current to be 100% uptime. I believe. Because each one reduces it by an equal amount. Give or take. Well, currently it's like a 50% uptime. Which is not the best, but at the same time, for the amount of damage that that spell puts out, that's more than acceptable for me. Also, we've cleared out the floor. Weird. That's a small one. Well, hopefully I can get a nice perk from doing this. Because recent perks have not exactly been the best. Because there's nothing else, right? Nothing else that I can see. Let's go. Entropy levels, fire levels, knockback, shock rune. I'm gonna go with fire levels, because that currently boosts 2 of my spells. And I get the feeling I'm gonna be using a lot of fire along the way, because I guess it will eventually boost like 3 or 4 of them. My dependence on fire and shock runes is a little bit disconcerting, but at the same time, putting all of these boosts in mean I'm not going to have to put any fire runes in just to upgrade a spell. Okay. Okay. Yep, that worked. That was scary. That was exactly what I meant by the whole Banshee's Wail cheapness, because getting surrounded by a bunch of swarmers? Freaking no. Okay. So we get an earth rune. And I guess if I can boost my shock and earth levels too, that would be really good. Didn't take too much damage though, which is nice actually, which is real nice. Okay, don't get stuck, Wander. I'll just take those things out from a distance. Yeah, I'm really hoping I can get... I'm really hoping I can get all these... Yee, there's all sorts of... The sandstorms are a problem. Freaking Darude, get out of my house. Okay, well, we're not dead. It didn't even take that much damage. I feel like I'm hardier, which is weird because I'm supposed to be taking more damage than usual. I don't know. Yeah, works for me. Let's just nuke in that direction. Didn't actually take anybody out, but it did a fair amount of damage anyway. Yeah, this is part of the point where I'm starting to get concerned, because I'm trying to... Oh, did it? I already killed them all. Well, never mind. Okay, well, this is the point where the drop rates tend to get worse, and everything gets scary. I'm hoping that nothing will ever get particularly... Come on, current. It does not have the duration I was hoping for. Oh well, I think we've got at least a couple of health pickups here, and that is very encouraging for me. Yep, we get 2. Unfortunately, took a fair amount of damage from the little necroskeletons. They have tiny little projectiles that are kind of hard to see and kind of hard to dodge, but at the very least we're making it onto tier 2 here. Probably, unless the boss turns out to be something particularly devious. But let's just fire some stuff off. Keep our distance. Okay, we're getting health. Those magnet crawlers have an insane range at this point in time. Okay, let's turn off our auto casts. Grab this health here. Just use elemental trident to clear all of the debris. See if I get any luck here. I'm not admittedly betting on it. There we go. And let's keep going. Just make sure you don't accidentally walk into the boss room. That would be the worst. Oh, hey. Another fire rune. Cool. So, I'm just trying to hit whatever is over here. Unfortunately, aiming specifically with the D or with the control stick is actually kind of a problem. Let's just... Okay, there is nothing in this room. Well, I guess that's that. We got a couple seconds left on current. No reason to wait for it. Come on, current. Yeah, it does feel like current has been depowered, but maybe that's just my perception for whatever reason. Okay. We're okay. We're doing alright, and sometimes cheating works too. Okay, who do we got over here? We just got one crawler? That works for me. There we go. Oh, hello. Elementalism wouldn't be bad, but lucky. Because I believe pretty deep down that the lucky perk increases your health drop chance. I have no idea, though. I really don't. And I'm just going to keep choosing to believe. Because, you know what? I guess just superstition and hope are what sustain me through half of these runs. Okay, so we got a bunch of ninjas, actually. Let's just nuke the crap out of them, because we don't want to get hit by those swords. I don't want to get hit by the freaking crawlers either. They're harder to dodge. Okay, so if I can get the one... Yeah, there we go. Oh, oh, okay, this isn't that big of a deal, because I can put air in there. Or earth in there. Let's grab this light rune. Okay, yeah, I can swing this. I was thinking, but I mean, we're not going to be using Chaos Bolt anyway. So, Divergent Catalyst. Wow, that's got some pretty good buffs on it. Let's see. Light can't replace anything on the light rune. Bullet speed cooldowns versus bullet speed duration. Bullet speed damage dealt. So I'm actually going to switch them out because I want a shorter cooldown here. Whoops, I did in fact botch that one. Okay. Divergent Catalyst. It's got a fairly short cooldown, so goodbye Chaos Bolt. You were fumble, you lasted, but at the same time, I would very much like explosive spread shot. So next up, what we need is probably Lava Lance. Lava Lance or the Shock Air spell. Of course, I'm actually going to have to save up for some more shock spells. But my luck has actually been fairly good here. Okay, and we've got all kinds of spread shot type spells. I'm just going to fire off in that general direction. Because, yeah, luckily we've got really insane range. Unfortunately, they do too. But at the very least, we can keep a lot of guys off our keysters. Okay, so let's grab this. Grab the, like, upteenth plus 1 speed. We have 7 speed runes. That's just dumb. Okay, well, at the very least, I could really boost the range on Dark Calling. Or make Fusion. Ugh. Okay, first, let's actually quickly check. I want to see Lava Lance, Runedex, creatable spells, discovered, fire. It's... What? I have it, don't I? Red Lighting, Scarlet Salvo, Pectan. What? Where is it? Is it not there for some reason? Or is it not a fire spell? Okay, so it's not current. It's not blowout. It's not weaken soul. It's not cull. Not steam blast. Not aqua devils. Not burst dash. Scarlet salvo would be nice, but no. Not dark scythe. Not red lightning. Not elemental mine. Not rebound. Not oil spill. Not hellfire enchantment. Not assurance. Not fusion. Not pike dance. Not traveler. What? Is it an earth spell? Or did it just go away? Oh, these are creatable spells. I was wondering. Okay. All spells. Fire. Okay. I was wondering what happened there. Magma laser. So 2 fire, 1 water. I think that's fairly doable. I just need another fire rune. Okay, good to know. Wasn't there Lava Lance too? Maybe. It's not liquid fire. Oh, it is liquid fire. Oh, but that's got a longer cooldown. So, liquid fire would be cool, but I think magma laser is going to be the better one. Purely because it does a fair amount of damage. Oh, no, never mind. It's not actually as good. Yeah, maybe liquid fire is actually the better one, just because the cooldown is technically longer, but it can be shortened. I have no idea. Either way, though, I've got all of these coconuts, and they're standing in a row, and they're insulting me to my face. So let's figure out what I can actually make with a speed rune before we do anything else. I know this is all inventory management at this point, but I need to do speed rune. What can I make? So we've got Tase, Pike Dance, Coward's Cast, which does crazy damage, but it does, admittedly... Huh. That wouldn't be bad. Maybe. No, Bungie's bad, Fusion's bad, Assurance is... We don't even know what Assurance does. Temporal Repeater was awesome. It's got a long cooldown, though, and since we've got... we've already got the other one, it's not the greatest. Don't want Flicker. That can hurt. Chain Burst. Chain Burst was really awesome. It's got another long cooldown type effect, but it would be useful. Repulsion. Nope. Wind aura. That's not bad. Ice trail, blowout, dark rift. Right. This one wouldn't actually be bad for fighting the boss. Okay, so we do have Coward's Cast. That is the one thing that I'd probably pull out. But I want to beat the boss first before I use it. And then we can go back for whatever extra runes we have. Because the other thing is I could increase the... Yep. Let's turn off our shots. Don't want to be pissing these guys off. Well, not unjustly, but pissing them off for no good reason. Okay. We got an event room over here. What are we up against? Memory. I'm not making my bets here. Okay. So this, this, No! Well, I think I've solidified my reputation as can't even do the most basic of memory puzzles. The problem is I'm like trying to remember the first chain because screwing it up early on would be really embarrassing. And then I screw up the rest. Okay, let's freaking Wind Hunters and Fusion Lance. Okay, or Elemental Helix, I guess is the correct term. So I will say, as much as I like my like super cast. Well, okay. The thing is, like, if I can get my left bumper spell to have enough. Ow, nuts! If I can get it to have enough earth and shock runes into it, we'll be able to cast it nigh constantly. Fortunately, if I can't, that puts us in a bit of a not sticky situation, but it's not the easiest. Okay. I wouldn't mind the explosions, admittedly. But let's see what I can do. So we don't really want to put many runes into Divergent Catalyst. It's a decent spell, but it's not the greatest. Fire and water. I'm going to put water into it for now. Give me that extra fire rune. Okay, and then that actually lets us make... What was it? Fire, Magma Laser. Fire, water. So, I'll think about Magma Laser. I mean, I'll probably end up getting it just because, but I'm not sure where it's going to go. Because, fortunately, a lot of my spells have long-ish cooldowns. It's not that big of a deal. Like, I'm constantly salvoing stuff out, so there's that. It's just a matter of, I don't know. I guess I'm just not sure how I want to handle this entire run. Because Dark Calling is good, but it does solid damage, and... What's the range on it? The thing is, yeah, let's put some speed runes in here. Let's use the ones without the buffs, though. Here we go. Because if I could get that to actually have, like, a full room duration, like, crosses the entire room and hits an enemy, probably be the best. Okay, and I'll save the rest just in case we need to make some kind of dash spell. Okay, now the inventory is cleared out, and I can pick up this air rune, keep going. No idea what the boss is yet. It's probably one of those where I've just walked right there. Oh, shit. So, we're in a bit of a pickle. So, we're long range. But, at the same time, we are in a pickle as far as fighting him goes. Because the entire room is a damage zone. Okay. We win. Okay, so we can do... Grizzly Intellect, High Roller, Rune Infusion, Grizzly Strength. Grizzly Intellect. Oh. It just surprises you with that one. It's just like, oh, by the way, you just killed me. Die. No. Ugh. Okay, so Grizzly Intellect is really useful. Because that reduces the cooldown of everything by 10%. Yes, it does reduce our maximum health. At the same time, we do actually have a fair amount of maximum health. So we got that going for us. And we also have a lot of health pickups. Whew. So we're doing okay. Weirdly enough. I was expecting... we found the boss. And we can be full health going into it. Of course, we're so close right now, it seems silly for me to bother. Okay, let's just go through. Who are we fighting? Blazia. Okay, well, that actually makes this a little bit easier. Actually do it. Aha! Bullet speed cooldowns versus damage dealt. Yeah, because sprint does not use... Oh, shit. I guess goodbye Cull. I'll remake you if I can, but I need sprint if I'm going to be fighting Blazia. Oh, let's just use our natural talents against her, him, whatever. Because we've got long range, so hitting her is not going to be that big of a deal. Also, interestingly enough, the teleportation spell actually affects Blazia. I never realized that bosses would get affected by, like, the displacement spell. Or either way, I'm actually really glad I put the distance on Dark Calling. If I can get even more distance on it, that'd be great. But at the same time, right now, no big deal. Because, yeah, Cull is useless against Blazia, and we spend so much of our time fighting generic enemies that, again, okay, probably could have used sprint there, come to think of it. Oh well, bit late for regrets like that. Okay, we're on to phase 2. Noticing the boss has an insane amount of health, which is not 100% appreciated. At least the volcanoes are not that big of a deal either. And hitting Blazia, come to think of it, because I've got a longer range than she does, and I can get out of the way. Woo! Let's sprint. Okay. I used sprint way too late. Yep. Then let's reorient. So overall, things are working out. I was a little bit afraid that we run into like a truly threatening boss for the first one. I'm not actually sure what bosses count as truly threatening, but this one does not. Okay. Let's turn off our auto attacks. And I need a sprint now. Oh boy. Okay. Well, that gave us enough of a speed boost so we don't get hit. And realistically, I think this is the one where you can actually just scoot through the damage zone quickly and... Yep. Not even take a whole lot of damage. I know it's it's cheating, but at the same time, it works and saves me on a lot of stress. A lot of pain. I don't like pain. So this is the harder one. The question is, do you just cheat through or not? I think you end up having to take... You have to go through twice. I'm just going to go through 3 times. Okay, whatever. That's no big deal. And unfortunately, I've been trying to keep my phone... Avoid that, avoid that. Ow. Still hit me. Unfortunately, the game itself makes it so even if you're sitting at the end already, it's like, oh, by the way, take damage. No. Okay. So we're alive. We're actually doing fairly well. Let's pick up this health. We're full health going down to tier 2. And we got a triple combiner, which is good, though we're actually really starting to run out of stuff. Creatable spells. Undiscovered. So I want to keep fire. Mind Speed Dark tempting. Let's see. Air. I want to use my earth. Because if I can get current to have early... Yeah, let's do it with Mind Speed Dark. Bullet speed. What's it make? Chaos Slumber. Puts the caster to sleep for a short period of time. Upon waking, multiple waves of dark energy are shot out of the caster in all directions. Sleep duration. It's like 2 seconds. Oh, you take less damage as a result, though. Huh. I'll try it once. And then probably never use it again. That's about the best I can give it. Because let's look at this. Currently, yeah, we can definitely get current to have a potentially maximum uptime. So I'm just going to keep piling runes into it, because usually I try and save my runes for combos, but if I can get current to have 100% uptime, and it's only going to take a couple more runes, that's going to make us real powerful. Okay, so full health, nothing left on any of the rooms. Beautiful. So we could do bullet speed, bullet size, maximum HP, and density. Max HP. Defense is probably one of my main priorities here, but right now, not so much so. Okay, let's use this. So it gives us a defense boost, and it's not bad. I just get the feeling it's a bad idea for what we're currently doing. I think what it would be really good with would be a double root. Oh god. That plus root plus Void Beast would be weirdly insane. I might have to try that, actually. Yep, okay, I know what the next sort of challenge run is, but I know what's also going on. I'll see you guys on the next episode of Runers, where we will try Tier 2 on Apocalypse difficulty. I'm feeling kind of good about this, actually. Weirdly enough.